Here we have a 1997 Polaris Xpress 300. This is a 300 two-stroke. Has a lot of things wrong with it. I believe the brakes do work. It's very foggy, but it has 2,300 miles on it. I have the key for it. It's missing a choke to the carburetor. Right there is the carburetor. So it's missing the whole choke cable, so I need to find that. The airbox is right here. I could probably buy a boot for it because it's torn right here. I do have these side plastics that are beside this quad. The tires are decent, they hold air, they have good tread still. I'm gonna have to pressure washer this. I did fire it up. It didn't have spark. I changed this the spark plug. Got spark, got it to fire up. It ran. This right here, I believe the clutch is not this is in fully out, so I feel like it needs a new clutch. It has the bumper broken. There is supposed to be a Polaris rack right here that holds this, and it's underneath here. So when I take it off the plastics, I'm gonna be most likely taking all of this camo off. I might just leave it and touch it up with different paints, but most likely just replacing it. I have another parts folder that came with it. Right here, see this, what the Polaris is supposed to look like. This bumper also looks more together. I'm gonna have to put lights on it, but it has these plastics which are still decent, but they have the duct tape on them. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna replace it, just take the duct tape off. These plastics also, some of them are just loose and they're not in the correct spots. So right now I just gotta get it to where it's pressure washed cleaned. I also noticed that this nipple right here that goes into the coolant is also broken because this is liquid cooled, it's not air cooled. This has the pump, the oil pump delete, so there's no oil needed to be added to that little reservoir. Just pre-mix the oil. This right here is also very loose and janky. To put it in reverse and high and stuff, it's kind of wobbly, and so I'm gonna see if I could adjust that up. This is also very loose, so I'm gonna tighten up those bolts. I do believe this headlight up top works, but I'm not sure. The cable for the speedometer is somewhere attached to this. It's somewhere in here. That's also got to get put back on. Now this is it right here. But right now I just got to get it to where it's starts up. It's missing the battery and the solenoid. So once I get the solenoid and the battery, it does start off. When you just straight use a jump box and start with the wires, it does start like that. The pull start has the rope missing, so I'm gonna have to look for a rope and the handle and the choke. But for it to start, all I right now need is to get probably the carburetor cleaned up, get a battery and a solenoid, so then I could be starting it by the button instead of having to deal with using a jump box all the time. And then I put the airbox and everything back together, and once I get this thing running, then I'll worry about the cosmetics of tearing all of this off and getting it fixed.